What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I wanted to make this brief video because I haven't done it in quite some time. But I mean, there's very not very often where I see an attack where I'm just like, wow, that was a really well executed, really nice attack that's out of the norm, or at least what's in the meta at this point. And this is one of those attacks. So we haven't done a mass dragon at Town Hall 10 for quite some time, especially ever since everybody's been going to the single Inferno Tower since they've made the change. It's just very difficult for mass dragons at Town Hall 10. Can be done, but there's a lot better strategies out there. But this one is going to be a mass dragon with using the blimp as the siege machine, and I think 7 loons. I think with 7 loons inside the siege machine, so a total of 14 loons. But look at the kill squad. It's just the king and queen. That's it, with some archers for the builder huts, and then we've got the rest all air. And this is the one of the main reasons why this attack works. This is a multi inferno, which you don't see that often. This happens to be a single inferno right here, but we'll check the attack and watch how we handle all this kind of stuff. So 3 rages, 2 heals, a freeze, and a poison. And I will check if this is a fresh hit or not. Probably, my guess would be not a would be that it is a fresh hit, but we'll check it in just a second and just to see if it was. But here's what we're going to do here is just use the king queen for funneling, and this works really well because if you look at all these air defenses, only one of them is not very easily accessible. It's even pretty easily accessible, the one at 4 o'clock inside towards the core, but all the rest of them are right on the outside of the base. The king is going to get tons of value coming in here, clearing trash buildings and getting 2 Teslas that come up, and the queen has easy accessibility for that AD there at around 10 o'clock. But we've started our mass dragons. No need to wait. The funneling's all been done, so we get that dragon group coming in through the core. We've saved the the freeze for the CC, the Expo, and the AD there as the poison's being dropped. That we're going to freeze it right now, and now we can get those dragons to help come in, rage up that core to take care of that Inferno Tower. Not using the freeze on that Inferno Tower, and that you got to be really gutsy and have a lot of patience not to do that, because I would like to freeze it. But we've still got tons of dragons coming through. They've already taken care of the queen, the enemy queen, and the CC. Now we've got that multi-inferno, which is doing absolutely nothing to those dragons. But we have a heal that we're going to heal those dragons right back up. So whatever that Inferno Tower has done, it's completely negated. Then we send our 4 loons in at 8 o'clock. Now, they don't get that 80 down, but either they were going to get the 80 down, and that was going to be great, or they did was the next best thing is tank instead of the AD being on the dragon or those dragons. So it delayed the AD from killing any of those dragons so they could come in and take care of the AD themselves. So we've got no more defenses. All we have is just dragons, and more dragons taking care of all these trash buildings. And I would fast forward it times 4, but we've got no other mass dragon attacks to show. And I didn't want to bunch it into just an air attacks video, because I feel like this really should have its own spotlight on it, because it's such a nice attack, and it's not used for every single base that you were looking for those ADs on the outside. But if you see a base that's similar to this type of design, where you can have a very simple kill squad, king, queen, 5 archers, that's it for the kill squad, and then supplement the rest of the base with 10 dragons and the rest loons. If you can get through that core and make sure you keep those dragons in the core, and at least one of them they can get to one of the Inferno Towers super quick, you could switch things up a little bit and drop one of the heals and bring 3 freezes, so that if it had a single Inferno Tower instead of that multi, you probably could go ahead and drop the the 2 freezes on that Inferno Tower, because remember, the freeze completely just reboots that Inferno Tower. So just as it starts to heat up, you can go ahead and freeze it, and then it loses all of its whatever memory, and it has to go ahead and target another troop and then start to heat up all over again. And then by that time, you can drop another freeze, and you're probably buying yourself about 15 minutes in between all those freezes and wait times and everything like that before it completely heats up, and that's worth its weight in gold as well. So it's not completely out of the ability to be able to 3-star this without that multi, but the multi makes it so much easier to do at the back end. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and look for some of those bases, especially if they're running multi Infernos, to do some mass dragons. It's a great attack. They've got tons of hit points. I think we've got since the update, we've got an upgrade to level. Maybe it was before the update. I'm not sure. But now we have level 5 dragons, where we used to have level 4 dragons quite some time ago at Town Hall 10. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and go ahead and use your friendly challenges to get used to this type of comp and see what bases that you can hit best with. So get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.